Right, welcome back. And today we're just going to do a little quick one for you guys. We're just going to talk
talkers.
the book talkers. We're going to be doing just three of our favorite books. I'll tell you of all time. You want to go first?
What you mean all time or things that you read for the podcast?
For the podcast.
Okay, still like an artist by Austin Kleon, even though it's a non-fiction book. I just think it's like the greatest book of all time for creatives to read in terms of if they want to improve their creative lives, and also just like not just about making money and productivity and the way everything's just hosted around capitalism these days. It's also just about improving your own creative self and defining who you are as a creative, and like the idea of imposter syndromes and all that. I think it's a really good read, very short,
solid shot.
a lot of visuals in there as well, so it's not just about text. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
And my visuals approves of the visuals.
Damn right. So that's one. My one, Great Gatsby, has to be always hands down. Great Gatsby, I think for me, as a creative, as a storyteller, I guess, it's always been one of those ones where I can always derive a different new meaning, a different new story from The Great Gatsby. I feel like the movie kind of just watered it down a bit. I think the book just, it's amazing from beginning to end.
Yeah, we're gonna debate about that on podcast, I think, sometime soon, because
I'm not a big fan of
just,
that. It's an incredible book.
I disagree. Flowers for Algernon, that's a better book for me.
That's a good book.
Short book, 200 pager. Trust me, I like my shorter books because we've got a time to read 500 pages these days, apart from you serious book talkers. But yeah, average reader, I think nowadays 200 is even a stretch. I think it's a really interesting book. It's about this guy who's got like severe learning difficulties, and like his journey after going through an experiment to improve his situation and reduce his learning difficulties. And it's like the way it's written is like a diary kind of thing, and like it's just super cool. Like the writing style, the story, the way it goes from start to finish, like almost perfect for me. Almost.
Damn. Okay, wow. That's a great book to follow up.
Yeah.
I'll say for me, probably The Book Thief. I'll say The Book Thief because it's one of the first, like, earliest ones that we did, but also because it's one of the first books that changed a lot for me, like in terms of the voice of the storyteller, the narrator almost, because it starts off thinking it's just someone from the community, and then actually, I don't know if it's a spoiler. Should I say who it is at the end? Do you remember? I remember. Okay.
I don't actually remember.
At the end of it, after all of that, we find out that the person that's actually talking about it is deaf. He's the narrator, and he's talking about the town. And the way he says it, it's like he's a visitor at the end, where he says, "Oh, and I came down on them while they were sleeping, and the boy didn't know it. This person here," and you're like, "Oh, who is this person?" And then he says, like, "I am deaf," and you're like, "Oh, damn, this was from the vision of death the whole time." And then when you kind of go back at it, you're like, "Oh, okay, it makes so much sense why this word was used and this like was phrased that way." And yeah, that was a solid book. Yeah.
It's a good one. I'm struggling to think of because we recorded
The third one, though, to be fair, I don't even know. There's quite a few.
Yeah. Because that's a good one, and because I would say The Book Thief is up there as well for me, but yeah, like in terms of fiction, I might go for Shrinking Man. Cause like that's another short book by the same author. I Am Legend. I think they're all written by the same guy. But The Shrinking Man, it goes weird in parts.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole concept of it is like a guy who's just constantly shrinking after he something happens to him scientifically, and then it goes through like his whole psyche and how he's thinking about it like over and over again. I think that's really interesting because he's like, he starts from being a man, he's got a daughter, and then like, as he shrinks, like his daughter starts like respecting him less and less.
Less and less.
And it's like, how would your family perceive you if you weren't the person who you are today? Like, and then, like, imagine that change all of a sudden.
Yeah,
like,
and your value changing through it.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of them. It's like if a nightmare happened and it was written into a book.
Yeah.
Like, I think he just portrayed it really well. So
that's a good.
Yeah, that's my free wrapped. Top that, brother.
I mean, for me, I think it would be between Animal Farm and
Animal Farm.
and did we do Harry Potter?
Yeah, we did Harry Potter.
We did Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Harry Potter is a
was like-
scapegoat But
So we do like classics every now and then, like modern classics. So like we did the Philosopher's Stone.
But I mean, Harry Potter. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Harry Potter was.
Don't need to
I
explain.
don't even have to explain Harry Potter. Wow.
I've recently you watched all the movies, innit?
Yeah, it's on Netflix now.
Solid series. Series.
Yeah. It holds up.
That's it. Our top 3 books wrapped for the podcast, and stay tuned for more because reading more books and maybe that 3 favorites will evolve as the time goes.
Absolutely.
So boys from Inspyre checking out.